Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today we are going to start with our second chapter, and that is shooting stars. As you can see, I've written here that this essay belongs to the genre of scientific or expository essay, which actually includes the factual description about the shooting stars or the meteors actually, and it is actually based on facts, as I've already said, and also on the scientific observation and astronomy. So this is going to be our second chapter. We are going to see the main points of this chapter in detail now. Right, dear students, the very first point that we are going to discuss is actually what are meteors. Meteors are actually called, these are called actually the shooting stars, and actually they are flashes of light in the night sky, because obviously in the night time we are able to see them. And how do they appear? Well, actually they look like distant stars suddenly appearing and racing across the sky, and then they vanish. And as we have already said, that they are most visible on clear and dark nights. Obviously in the daytime it is not possible in the sunlight to see them. And what are the causes of these meteors? Actually they are caused by pieces of comets actually that exploded long ago, or we may say that these pieces actually follow the original comet's orbit. That means the path on which the comets used to run, they also travel in the same orbit in space obviously, and sometimes they enter Earth's atmosphere. So actually they are part of or the pieces of comets, and normally as we already said, they are traveling in space, but sometimes they also enter the Earth's atmosphere as well. Well, dear students, as I've already explained, these are actually the pieces of comets, and let's see how or what is their composition. So mostly they are very small, especially when they come into the Earth's atmosphere. And how small? Actually just a few inches in diameter. And how do they behave in atmosphere? Actually they have a friction with Earth's atmosphere, and that makes them heat up and making them white hot, and they appear as bright streaks across the sky. And the path that they follow, actually they follow a looping path, through space, and they occasionally intersect Earth's orbit. So that is actually the nature and origin of these meteors. Right, dear students. Well, the next point that we have to discuss from this chapter is the concept of meteor shower. Actually, we say that when many meteors are visible in the sky and they seemingly radiating from one point in the sky, then we say that meteor showers are taking place. And why do they occur actually? They occur when clusters of meteors enter Earth's atmosphere. That means when a lot of meteors at one point, one time, they enter into Earth's atmosphere, we call it the meteor shower. And how do we name it? Naming of these showers. Actually, they are named after the constellations from which they appear to originate. That means from where they actually come from. That is how they are named after them. And in fact, in your book, they have named the major meteor showers. And the very first one is the Perseids. Actually, they come from the constellation Perseus, and that is why they are named after it. And what dates in the year actually they are observed? They are normally observed on August 10 to 12 each year. And how do they appear? Actually, they appear very bright, and they are quite popular as they are a regular feature in terms of meteor shower every year. And the next meteor shower famous one is the Leonids, and they come from the constellation Leo, and they are normally observed in the month of November, and normally the dates are 14 to 16. And how do they appear? Actually, they also appear very intense whenever they are seen. And third famous meteor shower is named after the Andromeda actually, and that is why they are termed as Andromedids. As I've already said, they come from the constellation Andromeda, and their appearance time is normally from November 17 to 23. And as I've said, in case of Leonids, they are very intense. But these are moderately intense meteors. So these are actually the three famous group of meteors, and or the major meteor showers, as we say. And the others, apart from these three, we categorize all of them in others. Normally, the dates in which they appear in the month of December, January, April, May, and July. But they are not as visible or as intense as we have seen the first three. So this is how the major meteor showers appear during a year, and that are visible to a human eye. Well, dear student, let's now see how we observe the meteor showers. So, normally the average watch of these shower is actually 10 to 20 meteors per hour. So, this is the average or normal meteor shower. The heavy ones, that means the heavy meteor shower, uh, they normally can appear like snowflakes, that means normally uncountable to the human eye, or it is said that sometimes even a storm, meteor storm. So that is called the heavy meteor shower. In history, if we go through history, in 1833 it is said that Leonid, that was observed by Professor Denison Olmsted, and he estimated 24, rather 240,000 meteors in 9 hours. So that is a lot if you compare it to the average meteor shower. And how do they look? Actually, they ranged from light streaks to it is said that globes the moon's diameter. So that means they were quite light or snow-like or flakes-like, and then they were quite big as well. And that is actually the case of the meteor storm, because a lot of meteors were coming to Earth in a very short period of time. So it was not just a shower, it was, or it can be termed as meteor storm. So that is, in history, that is probably the highest number of meteors that fall on Earth in a limited period of time. Well, the writer actually has a personal experience of watching this meteor shower as well, and he says that once he saw 1,000 meteors during Perseids, that mean obviously in August. So he counted that around 1,000 meteors in about 2 hours. So he has shared his personal experience with us as well. And once he saw around 100 meteors, and that was in Leonid's shower, and we have already explained that it happens in November. So he is not told us the exact time, but that is how he has shared his own observation as well, that he has watched the meteor shower once around 1,000, and on the other point around 100 meteors in a very short time. Well, dear students, we need to remember here one more thing, that actually these meteors appear or reappear on yearly basis, and it is said that they appear regularly each year on in fact the same dates as well, as we have observed that in case of Leonids, they appear say in the month of November, and normally the dates are between 14 to 16. And if we talk about Perseids, that normally appear in the month of August, between August 10 to 12. So it is actually almost the same dates that they appear. So they are quite predictable actually. That means if we want to see those meteors, so we can observe them on the given dates and they are repeated. And it is said that these meteors have been seen by past generations, as we have just seen an observation by Professor Dennis L. Olmsted. He has talked about in 1833 he observed that what we can say a very heavy meteor storm. So and it is hoped that they will be seen by the future generations as well. So they are quite predictable. They appear annually and almost on the same dates. The next dear students, that we have to understand is what is the concept of meteorites. Actually, a meteor, that means a piece of rock or something, substance that survives the trip through atmosphere and actually it lands or fall on Earth. That is termed as a meteorite. So this is a meteor actually that actually falls on the earth. And there is a lot of interest in these objects, and they are a very good tool to study about space. So they add our knowledge about space around us, so we come to know about the space. And normally it is said that they have nickel and iron in them, and actually they offer great information, quite valuable to us, about the solar system as well. So these meteorites actually they are of great importance to the scientific people, and they have a lot of interest in them, and by studying them they know about and they add to our knowledge as well, that what kind of space is present around us. And actually these meteorites give us information about our solar system as well. Well, now we see what the famous meteorite impacts. That means the shower of meteorites on Earth actually. So the greatest one is known as the meteor crater in Arizona, USA, and is said to be formed by the largest known meteorite impact. And you can understand it by looking at the dimensions of this impact. It is said that it was 1 mile wide, and it had so hard an impact that it caused around 600 feet deep into the ground. So probably it was observed by the early Native Americans. And the other impact sites which are famous, they are in Texas in USA, then in Argentina, in the South America, then in northern Siberia, then in South West Africa, and in Greenland as well. So actually all around the world we have observed that these meteorites have fallen on Earth, and in Greenland it is said that 36-ton meteorite is on display in Hayden Planetarium, New York actually. So that is how we see that sometimes it is quite heavy as well. So these are the famous meteorite impacts, and they have definitely affected our Earth. Well, now we see how this impact affect Earth or the people living on Earth. So it is normally said, dear students, that billions of meteorites or meteors, they enter uh, Earth's atmosphere, and out of these billions, only a few have reached Earth. Only a very small number, we may say, that has reached the ground or Earth. And as far as any loss or injury done to human being, well, actually there are no confirmed cases of any human being struck by a meteorite in recorded history. If there are other reports, obviously, well, that is not probably authentic. But as far as the in recorded history, it is said that probably no human being have ever been struck by these meteors. So the impact is quite real, and moreover, human beings, they have never been hurt or injured by these meteors. Okay, dear students, now we have come almost to the end of our lecture, and let us sum up with the key takeaways that we have seen in this essay. Well, first of all, we say that meteors are comet fragments, and I think we have already explained about comet. Let's repeat it again, that a comet is actually a celestial object made of ice, dust, and rock that orbits the sun, and when it comes close to the sun, it heats up and releases gases and dust, and that is how it forms a glowing head and a tail that can stretch for million of miles. So these are pieces of those comet fragments, and they lit up due to the atmospheric friction, as we have already said. And secondly, we have seen that there have been meteor showers, and they are a regular feature every year, and we have already said that they are predictable in terms of their time. That means they actually have come to Earth on predictable dates, and normally they are named after the constellations from where they come from. So the most famous meteor event that occurred in history, that was the Leonid storm in 1833. I believe we have already talked about it, that around 240,000 meteors appear on the Earth's atmosphere in about say 9 hours, it is said. So that is the most famous of the meteor storm. And meteorites, as far as meteorites are concerned, they are very rare. That means the meteors actually that hit the ground or Earth, so they are very rare, but they are of great importance to the scientists, the astronomers, because they actually add to the knowledge of human beings about the Earth's atmosphere, the solar system, and the space around us. And finally, the meteor impact. So we say that they have actually shaped Earth's surface, and they continue to fascinate astronomers, scientists. So whosoever is actually interested in knowing about the universe, not only obviously our solar system, but also about the universe. So these are, dear students, the key takeaways. So when you are going through this essay, you need to keep in mind that these are actually the major points, and I believe we have already explained all of these major points in detail through our lecture. So I hope that you will be able to understand this essay. Apparently it looks quite difficult because there are a lot of terms, but you need to understand these terms like a comet, what is a comet, what is a meteor, what is a meteorite. So and then the names of those meteor showers in terms of Leonids or Perseids or something. So you need to understand these terms, and if you are going to have interest, definitely it is going to be very easy. It's not that difficult, so you can understand this chapter. And I hope if there are any queries left, I'm going to have other lectures on the main themes, and obviously we'll talk about the vocabulary in the coming lectures as well. And then we'll also look at the questions that are given in your exercises. So we'll explore it more in the coming lectures. But thank you very much for the now. May Allah bless you. Thank you.